And hello everyone, and welcome back to the second map between Imperial and 9Z. 9Z, they're starting on the CT side. The logos are a little bit swapped over, but I'll fix that in just a second, as they did take down Imperial on their map pick of Nuke. 16-13, it was a close affair, but now there's simply no time to waste, Lucy, as they just rush straight into this B-bomb site.
Yeah, Max is going to get mollied off from Nubox here. Rox has been forced out as well. Fallen takes down David elsewhere. Max in this awkward danger, but Rox is actually going to save him. Takes down FNX and Fair. But Niche managed to push up through. Now it's just Lucan left, and he gets taken down by Bolt. So that'll happen in the space of half a heartbeat. And Imperial, they get the first.
Yeah, blink and you miss it, right? The pistol. It was played so incredibly fast-paced. Imperial obviously not happy with how Nuke transpired and looking to take the fight straight back to 9Z on this pistol.
Yeah, and a lot of momentum with 9Z after their, I would say, quite a strong comeback. They were down on that CT side quite a bit for a while there, but then strung together almost 10 or 11 rounds with only one or two going the way of the T's. So a lot of momentum from that half that they're going to be bringing into this map. It's good to see Imperial fighting back immediately by getting that pistol. That's going to give them a bit of confidence here. Just USPs on the side of 9Z. They've got 4 players stacked up towards A. It's going to be no one really here to greet them. Just a single player in Max. And although he was quite a menace on Nuke, he's going to have a lot to do here with just the USP. So it should just be a matter of time before he gets taken out here. Trying to poke and prod, but gets forced off, and that bomb can now make its way up. Playing this very safely. They know what's on the line here. That single qualifier spot to IEM Dallas. So this is a double elimination bracket. So even if a team loses here, they will be facing the loser of the game currently going on the ESL C stream, which is MIBR taking on Crucio Esports. And the winner of that matchup will face the winner of this one in the upper bracket finals.
Stack. Oh, FNX got to be a little bit careful, but Rox will take him out. But that's all 9Z will achieve. They stacked over towards A. They were met with a little bit of presence over towards the B bomb site, but didn't deter from just maintaining their anchor position and just holding over towards this A bomb site. But not to be. Imperial with the quick cleanup, and that's it really. Quick as you like. Imperial, they get a second round on the board here, and they're ready to go.
And we get the upgrade there from the Mac 10 onto the Galil as well. Means they're going to have all rifles in the next round, even if 4 of those will be Galils. Not the worst place to be in. Money not having a great chance to build up on the side of the CTs, so they're just going to have M4s and very light utility. It'll be a difficult round for them to secure. In fact, the FAMAS coming out onto one of the players. So not the best buy here. See what 9Z's response is on the CT side. Moment is going to be running a bit of a default here. 2 towards B, 3 towards A. That deep smoke towards mid actually dropped by hand rather than the one you normally see thrown from spawn. Things are chicken in the process. Very sad, but Lucan won't be sad as he takes down Vinny trying to walk through the smoke. No flash is supporting him either, so a risky decision there, and it does not pay off as Lucan is holding the angle. Finds the kill for free. It's going to be the player advantage towards 9Z here. FNX taking down another chicken, so not a good map so far for these Inferno chickens as they slowly get withered down. The round slows down.
Yeah, just up in this apartment's position. A lot of map control's been gathered for Imperial. Top banana, top brackets, they're normally the points of contention. And utility, it's been lined up. But they've got to clear out Lucan, who's tucked in towards this long position. In fact, its presence on both areas of the map as Imperial look to reset their sights and their attention towards this B bomb site. There's a rotation coming in. But with FNX eliminated Lucan, that might affect it, but not to be. Look at this, 9Z having a little bit of a gamble. Going to send 3 players over towards this defense to bolster it significantly as this hit's about to come in, and Lucy, it's the old classic of a 20-second Imperial execute.
Yeah, they've been leaving these to the last minute. In fact, it's a fake out. They're actually going to be going to the A site, and there's just the one player here to defend. So even though they've left it down to the wire, there's still an opportunity for them to steal this one away. It's just David here on the defense. Although if he can drop this bomb planter, that's everything. But they're actually going to get flashed off, not able to find the kill. That bomb gets down with 2 seconds to spare. David, they are aware of his position. He doesn't get mollied out or anything, though, so he has a good post-plant position. It gets really difficult for the T's to play around this. Bolt's going to go for the aggression towards long, gets taken out by Rox. Now, they've got 2 players on site. With Burr going down, it's just 2 site players left. FNX finds DGT, traded out by David, and now Fallen has 3 to find 2, have barely a splinter of health on them, but no, it's going to be Max that fires him in the end. And 9Z, they fight back with a successful rifle round and keeping 3 players alive.
Yeah, so the old switcheroo. Imperial, 17 seconds left on the clock. Just decide to hightail it down towards this A-bomb site. Have me a little bit bamboozled, but not 9Z. They rotate in, they completely clean it up, and unfortunately for Imperial, their trickery, it wasn't to be. A 9Z get around on the board immediately. They completely just stunt the momentum early. It's 2-1. It's still highly contested. And it's completely all up for grabs.
Yeah, a bit of utility going back and forth towards Banana. Really deep given up by the CTs. The T's also not pushing up too much, waiting out these mollies. Max has managed to get his way into sandbags. Rox supporting him from sight with a bit of utility. It's a little bit of an island here. Takes that nade to the face as well, so not feeling particularly healthy off the back of that. Although this molly smoke combo going to slow down any advancement. And now he is going to be positioning to go towards the A side of the looks of things.
Control being gathered. That's a lovely grenade, and this boost, it might actually find DGT a lot of success, but not willing to tread too far over this imaginary line for map controls Imperial.
Ooh. Nade does a chunk of damage, but actually not as much as it maybe looked like it was going to. Now, Fallen going to take contact here. That molly forces him through. He can fall back, but Fallen's actually going to be the one that wins the duel. Luca now sitting around the smoke is in a great position to cut off this push through. Brings Fallen down low, but doesn't actually find the kill. These T's, they're wrapping onto the A site rapidly, and the CTs, they're not been able to find anything in response yet. Bolts doesn't even need to. Vinny finds Luke, and it's just David left alone in pit once again. All these T's have been brought low. He takes down the bomb planter as well. So now there's a chance the T's to regroup. They can get this bomb down, but 2 players are very low. And the CTs, they're not aware of it. They're just going to offer the save.
It's the right decision as well. Unfortunately, they don't have all the information that we're lucky enough to see, but yeah, I mean, the retake was definitely a possibility, but given the fact that bank balances are so low for a couple of these players, it just means they're going to be forced into this save situation. Going to have what they hold. Going to take 2 rifles going forward. So it's not the end of the world. But Imperial, they're slowly cracking their way onto this A-bomb site. It gets a little bit scrappy, a little bit scary at times, but they managed to get it over the line.
Yeah, I felt for sure that that was going to be a 9Z round there. It just felt like they had the positioning advantage. And they just managed to chip these players down so low, but not able to finish off any of them. It looked like Lucan had a chance to find Fallen, but he ends up getting pushed off the angle, and then Vinny catches him out. So despite David's heroics in the pit, 2 rounds in a row, not able to pull it through the second time. So now the CTs, they've decided to go for the more conservative buy, despite saving those rifles. They've opted to have 2 players with deagles, no armor, keeping that money consistent across the board to allow them to buy into the follow-up round. Trying to maximize their chances here. And for a bit of a heavy B lean here. Max playing anti-flash on top of sandbags. In a good position here. Vinny is going to get contact, but fall off. Smoke drops in response. No one really gaining anything out of this so far. Now, CT's actually going to be rotating back over to A as well. Lucan's up here on Rop's position. Looking to repeat some of the heroics we've seen from that player. He's in a good position if Fur walks out any further. He's just jiggling this at the wrong opportunity. Fur's managed to sneak up. There are two players towards long, though, that are on this angle. Fur doesn't get the perfect flash coming through, and he does, but Max is playing anti-flash. He swings out and finds it. Lucan's able to get back as well, despite getting spotted. Tucked into sight. Now that bomb off the initial contact is going to be making its way over to B. Rock's able to drop a smoke to slow down any advancement here. And Vinny, he's once again be pushing through the smoke. But Rock has spotted him. Going to shoot the duel here. Let's get paid out eventually. DG finds one, Bolts finds the other. Now it's a 3-on-2. That bomb is going to get a chance to go down.
It is, but look at how far away FNX is from this situation. David, he's actually potentially going to catch him out. Not to be, but he's still buying time for his team. But FNX, it looks like he will get hit just in time. 2 versus 3 Bolts. Oh, he's had such a good round. He gets free for his troubles. David just hit with this AK. That's a lovely find onto FNX. He's got information of where Bolts resides. Beautiful grenade, but the time it's ticked so low, and with no defuse kit, it's going to be another Imperial round. And it was really well played from Imperial. I like the idea that 9Z are throwing in, though. Imperial, with that round, what they were looking to do was keep the defense anchored on A. They knew potentially that 9Z would favor having more defenders there because it's the early conditioning that Imperial have thrown in. And then with only a few seconds left on the clock, again, a rotation to the other bomb site. But 9Z were aware of it. They had the second man coming back in off the back of it. The trades, they were a little bit consistent for the interim. But unfortunately for 9Z, Bolts just completely won it out. And 4-1, it's a dominant start on this T side.
Yeah, it's a perfect rotation from Imperial. It wasn't really too much 9Z could do, just because even though that smoke gets dropped, they just push through it. They don't get stuck behind it. They don't allow the rotates to get there quick enough. And Bolts, as you say, does all the damage. Based on the decision from 9Z not to fully invest into the prior round, they do have all their guns out here. So Max has been relegated to a FAMAS. Nobody wants to be that player, but someone has to do it. In this round, going to be Alps control by Imperial. Spam coming through here. Finding anyone yet, although Max has taken a little bit of chip damage. Banana control also given up by 9Z. Really conceding a lot of ground here for the terrorists.
But it will be top middle where Imperial are going to look to potentially make their mark. I like this quite a lot from them. They're just using a lot of utility to kind of flush out the remaining grenades that 9Z have. But the CT's done a good job at holding on to their smokes. Just going to look as well. Max has got one over towards B. And that's the only one left. But there's only 35 seconds left on the clock. And once again, Imperial, they're just completely cutting all noise. They're just going to group and they're just about to explode.
Yeah, 30 seconds left on the clock. They're once again leaving this down to the wire. There's a bit of utility left on the CT as they've got 3 players here as well. Not going to be rotating yet, just aware of how quick these rotations have come through. David from the balcony position finds the first one to Fur. Lucan in a great position here to find Bolt. So Bolt has to really jiggle the angle and find him and swing onto the player in mini pit. GG finds one, but with all those players going down, and Vinny finds the spam through the smoke and the edge of the wall to take down Rocks. And well, Max is going to be clutching that FAMAS in dismay as he goes to save everyone's least favorite rifle.
Yeah, Bolt's having an absolute crack of the game so far. He's hitting these really critical entry kills onto these bomb sites. And it's just enabling these just flurry of late round executes time and time again from Imperial just to succeed. And he's really the linchpin to this whole success that they're providing. And it's a scary prospect for 9Z because you give Imperial this much damage, then hold your utility and then rely on the fact your crossfires can do the damage. Not even going to get away with a save rifle. And then immediately, yeah, a pause is going to have to come in because despite you setting yourself up in the best possible positions, they had a really good crossfire between site and mini pit. And Bolts just goes, no, not today, 9Z. You had us on Nuke, but not on Inferno. Really well played.
Yeah, looking really solid out the gate here. Bolts, as you mentioned, has been a bit of a big impact factor here. He was also kind of the frag leader on Nuke as well, so having a really good day. See that experience coming through from all the members of this Imperial squad. Everyone really having their chance to pop off. A little bit quiet so far on the 9Z side. Rox and David have had their moments, but even though the site takes been down to the last minute, it seems like Imperial still have it under control. They've not been making the same sort of last-minute mistakes they were on Nuke, where they were running out of time. These seem down to the wire, but executed with precision.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice way to sum it up. It's just precise execution right now for Imperial, and there's like a lot of heavy damage with these initial HEs, and potentially it's a change of pace. 1 minute 30 on the clock, and for most teams that's a good time to take top banana, but it's not for Imperial. With the low weaponry, GT is going to take some risks. Oh, and he'll do one better, he'll get a couple of kills already. But the guns can't be retrieved, it will still be the advantage for the CT side.
Yeah, and first found David as well, pushing out towards apps. It's going to send the CT scrambling. It's going to be Lucan alone here at the moment, although both Rox and Max are on the rotate. So Imperial, if they commit to this A site, they will be going into the stack. It is just pistols outside of Max. In fact, Lucan with just the USP, so definitely in the worst position. That's that rifle going down as well. Rox has retrieved it. So he's the one that has the potential to cause an upset here. Finds Vinny. Has to be super careful here. If he can stay alive, he's the one with the armor and the rifle. It's all on what he can pull off here. There's 35 seconds left. Lucan tucked in the pit here is also an X factor. Just the USP, but if they don't clear him, he might be able to find something cheeky. But he's wary. He doesn't know where they're going to be coming from. Infer, coming from above, is going to catch him off guard. That bomb's going to go down for free, and now Rox. The 1v2 with just the FAMAS, no kit. Going to be a difficult one. Pushing up from short here. Knows that Fur's in pit. He's definitely making no secret about it. Knows that Fallen's likely towards site just because that's where the bomb has gone down. He'll be slipping over these hay bales here, looking for an opening, but Fallen's going to catch him. And Imperial, once again, even with the play disadvantage, they play the round to perfection, finding the bomb plant and securing their 6.
I think this Inferno map is really highlighting the experience that Imperial have within their roster. They're just allowing themselves, even with just the low time left remaining, they're not panicked, they're composed. They know exactly what they want to do in every single one of these rounds. And it's really doing the damage. Lucan on this AWP, going to be uncontested for the most part, because there isn't an AWP on Imperial. Very difficult to AWP on the T side of Inferno. And that's a lovely shot, and Lucan, he needs to deliver. He's been benched on Sharks, I do believe, for around about a year or so. Big shoes to fill. We'll try moving into 0-0 Nation, but he's picked up the AWP and he's doing a good job with it. But whilst I sing the praises of him on Banana, Imperial begin to fall. He's going to take the control. DGT, whilst he has got top mid, he's going to be met with a lot more players.
Yeah, they're just going to run through the smoke, completely disrespectful, knowing he was the only player here, and he goes for the risky play, pushing out short. He gets punished for it. Fallen finding it, just running straight in. Get this bomb plant down. NCT is going to be a very difficult retake. The AWP, not the weapon you want to be retaking with, and going to be forced to go for another one of these saves, Brandon. They're just not able to find a headway and can't even attempt most of these retakes.
No, they can't. I just feel like they're being shut down at every opportunity. Imperial are really playing with the rotations, especially the CT player, 9Z. They're just not sure at all where Imperial are going to end up. And the disrespect to the utility coming now through from Imperial, it makes this defense so difficult to judge and really call where they're going to end up. 7-1. This is looking incredibly difficult to swing.
Yeah, we're only 8 rounds into it, and Imperial already off to a fantastic start here. Potential to really dominate the first half on their T side as well, which traditionally not the easiest side here on Inferno, although it is a very close affair generally. You certainly want more than one round on your CT half.
True, yeah.
And 9Z definitely need to bring out some Something a bit different from the playbook. Try and shake things up a bit. Lucan with the opening last time was a good start of things. Gonna pull off that run boost after it doesn't quite make its way. Has the chance here to find ahead, but denied it. It's gonna have to fall back to more of a passive line. And now Imperial can take their time to poke and prod and find another one of these openings.
Poke and prod they will. Banana. Max had a chance to catch off Vinny, but not to be. But Rox with the immediate trade, it's still a 4 versus 4, but it's once again the same old story. Map control, it firmly belongs to Imperial. However, 9Z they might have the correct read on this, because Rox has been tasked solely anchoring at this position. And 9Z, they've got incredibly aggressive towards top middle. This could definitely catch out Imperial. Look at this.
They're going to push out, find Fur, and they know where Fallen is as well. One of the kills comes through. DGT just finds 2 though on FNX and Fallen. Bolt's left alone. He's down to 30 as well. There might be an opportunity now for 9Z to find their second round on this CT half. If they can keep all 3 players alive, that would be the best case scenario. Not a lot of money built up just because they haven't been able to get any rounds. And Bolts, Rox is going to be pushing down. He's going to find a freebie here. Oh, almost it's taken down to 2 HP. But now he's just going to save that. So they'll keep 2 alive. Going to be a little bit of a dicey investment into the next. Imperial, on the other hand, still a fair bit of cash in the bank. Although, a couple more rounds for 9Z will break them.
Yeah, it will, but you can't be thinking about the long-term success of the CT half if you're 9Z. They've got to focus on the here and now, take it round by round and slowly build their way back into this. They can rebuy. It's not going to be the best. Drops can come in from both DGT and Lucan if they want more utility, which is exactly what happens. And Imperial, they've built up a little bit of a bank. It's not actually the best for them either, so... You know what, Lucy, we're talking about the here and now and the future of the CT economy, but I think you're right. Maybe the future really is now. Because if 9Z win this, they break Imperial's economy, and they've got an opportunity to really build back into this.
Interesting that Lucan's been throwing this smoke by hand rather than the one that comes from spawn. And oh, the molly in Banana is going to burn down Vinny and Bolts to 2 and 3 HP respectively. They do find Max, but they were fully blinded there. It's an absolute miracle that the 2 of them survive. There's barely a slither of health between them. It's going to be the player advantage now towards Imperial, despite that HP. Bolts with just a Glock at the moment. Not sure how he ended up with that. He had a Tech 9 before. Now FNX. Running around this smoke. You can find another advantage, because it's going to be Lucan who takes down Fur. That'll come to full HP players too. DGT, he's going looking. Oh, he could catch a timing here. This bomb is coming up towards him. Takes a peek out now. He could catch it, or he might just play patient. Fallen antics here, and does swing, finding Vinny. Now has to be careful because they're very aware of his position here. He's just going to sit here and just be a thorn in their side. Just his presence delays any push that they can make at the moment. They have to clear him out because he can just come through at any moment. Fallen's going to be the one to do it. He's going to catch the timing. Takes down DGT. He's going to open up the bomb side for Lucan. Sitting back here towards Long. Takes down both. That's going to drop the bomb as well. 20 seconds left. FNX spots David. Goes for the spam. Finds him in the end. Knows where Lucan is with his orb. 13 seconds left though. Has to be fast about it. He's going to swing out, flash himself out, looking for the kill, but Lucan, holding the close angle, finds him with the orb. And 9Z, they get their third.
Yeah, and how instrumental was it for TGT just to stay alive? It means Lucan can rotate in, get posted on this angle, and 4 kills for him. I was going to make a comment a few rounds ago saying he wasn't having the best showing here, but he wakes up at a vital time when his team needs him most. And look at what this has done to the economy of Imperial. We were just talking about it, completely shattered. Just going to be Fur on this hero AK-47 to see what he can do. But for 9Z, potentially a 4th into this one. Aggression, rushing up middle for Imperial means that Apartments is definitely going to be their main point for concern.
Silence is coming out to enable Fur to get up into apps. crucial what he can find here. Although a spam onto Max is going to keep him from progressing any further. David does spot Fur, so falls back off apps. Going to throw that nade down. Lucan's the one that's going to be tested. These Glocks, if they do run him down, which they do, Fur finds him. He's going to drop the AWP. Max is able to respond. Able to find Fallen and drop that bomb as well. Fur with the rifle does get the trade. Has to retrieve this bomb. Rox is on the line, but he manages to sneak away with it. There's a player in towards library here. Fur has to be aware of the position. The timing. Oh, DGT swings out just as he turns away. It's going to be the bomb dropped once again. Now these T players are completely split up. And if he's got the pistols, FNX going to be looking for something. Doesn't find it and now bolts with just a deagle. Having a look, Rox aware of his position and should be able to clean him up. So 9Z able to secure the round. It was just against the light investment. But still, a fourth on the board and maybe a little bit of confidence building up for the CTs.
Yeah, and you'd hope so. And once again, it's the same old story, just with a bigger scoreline. Imperial run away with it early, and then 9Z dig their heels in and are really looking to bounce back in the latter stages of this first half. A weaker buy once again for Imperial. Despite having the weaponry, they don't really have the utility. And DGT, he wants to take the fight straight to Vinny, but a clean headshot favours him. That Molotov is going to do great to prevent any further aggression, but it still will be this man advantage for Imperial. And as soon as I say that, Lucan finds one in apartment.
Yeah, he's shot down the smoke towards one. David's going to be aggressive on here. He finds one and the second. Vinny does get the trade, but not before the damage is done. That is the bomb spotted as well. Rox is able to rotate over here. Bomb does get retrieved by Vinny. Going to be sticking around here. Going to be on Rox. Spots Vinny jumping up, but Vinny gets the kill. He's going to open up the bomb site. Lucan, through the smoke, finds Vinny. It's the 1-on-2. He spots the player and finds bolts as well. 3 in the round for Lucan, and he is having so much impact with this AWP.
Yeah, he really is. He's really starting to wake up now. But shout out to Vinny. What an incredible round from him as well. He does so well to open it up. And he just tries to crack open the bomb site. Lovely headshots over towards top, middle, and pit. But unfortunately, it's not enough. This scoped weapon that Lucan is wielding is really coming into full fruition. He's looking to go for another peak, potentially. Gonna think better of it with David jumping in towards second mid. He's gonna hear a lot of these players, but the crossfire is just absolutely perfect. Imperial, they're shut down. And 9Z, this was 7-1 to Imperial, and they've really battled back. 7-6, we go again.
Yeah, 7-1, not a scoreline that the Imperial squad will be looking back on fondly now that it's 7-6. Still, rounds left in the game. Plenty of chances for Imperial to cinch this half. So 9Z be feeling a little bit good after getting 5 in a row. Building that confidence up and building that bank up as well. The money has been really put down into the gutter for Imperial. We saw they had to go for the half-eye there with 9 and now Matt will be aggressing down but gets caught out by Vinny. Rock's trying to go for the trade, but the angle is too narrow. Can't find it. Let's get a little damage onto Bolt. Fallen pushed over too. Ooh, Rock's playing with fire here and he gets burned. Fallen takes him down. That's going to be a 2-player advantage towards Imperial. And they're going to have to rotate over quick. Lucan aggressive. He misses the shot and Fair. He's not going to miss that one. Peeks over the half wall and finds him. Now David and DGT, they're going to be rotating over, but 2-on-5, it gets very, very difficult.
Yeah, it does. We've seen this a couple of rounds that have seen 9Z have success. They're not allowing Imperial to really slow the clock down and execute late. They're taking the fights. We've seen it over towards top middle and this round on Banana. And unfortunately, Max gets caught out. 5-10, not having the best of games so far. And the kills, they all just come in. There's simply too many Imperial attackers towards this B bomb site. And 9Z just get overwhelmed. The aggression punished, and Imperial finally break the streak of 9Z. And they win out the half, getting 8 rounds on the board.
Yeah, we have to look back onto that B side of Nuke and how that one panned out. Great different story here. Imperial looking much more solid on them, that pick of Inferno. Fallen even going to find a kill there onto DGT at the end. Although the money is still good for this last round for the 9Z squad. Going to be able to invest fully into it. looking to at least get this 7th. Although, I mean, the 6 they have is a lot better than it was before, right? You know, they were down and out. It felt like it was going to be a bit of a whitewash, but they have bounced back and made this a lot more competitive. So even going into that T side, still wouldn't write them off here. And of course, if Imperial do take that map pick, we'll be going to Dust 2, which that could really be anyone's game, I think, when it comes down to it.
Yeah, it really could be. And I tell you what, that's if Imperial even get there, right? 9Z. They're doing really well. And I'm really impressed with them. Obviously, they made the major. They've made their way all the way through. And they're not the household name of Imperial. But they've really taken the fight to them. They had the fairy tale run at the RMR. They're doing incredibly well, and you just love to see it. Very impressed with how this team is performing. And I really like the resilience that they have, because this could easily have just run away from them, right? Imperial, they were looking to just completely dominate, just disrespect their utility, and just completely go at them. But 9Z, they've really mounted a nice defense. They've really brought themselves and elevated themselves back into this game. And now there's only 2 rounds separating them as we end potentially the last round of this first half.
And you say 9Z aren't a household name, but, you know, there's a strong potential they could build up into one. You know, they're going to be attending the major, where they've got the opportunity to really start a legacy. And then if they're able to be successful here today and then win the upper bracket final, then we might well see them at Dallas as well. So another one of the big events of the year. Certainly an opportunity for this squad to become one of the main ones we think about when we look at South America. Obviously, so many great teams from that region. Just had a little bit of a pause there. We're going to be jumping back into the action now as we go into the last round of this first half. Full investment on the board for both teams. And so you haven't had a lot of luck with the pistols either, so they're really going to be wanting to hopefully get this round, because if things continue as they are, that pistol looking pretty good for Imperial. Of course, they won't write them out quite yet. With utility towards mid. Lucan just going to be sitting back holding the line here. It's a bit of a default from Imperial as they spread out across the map.
Yeah, more of the same. That side, and Vinny gets caught out. Gets a little bit aggressive, and DGT gets set up by Lucan with the flashbang, but only good for 1. But the trades do actually favour 9Z, because it's a 4 versus 3. And they're going to tuck right back into these crossfires. They're going to let Imperial once again potentially have this map control. And Bolts, it looks to be that he's a little bit of ahead. Rox will get tagged down just a little bit. But with 1 minute on the clock, Imperial, they have taken top brackets, but look at where the bomb is.
Yeah, and Lucan's holding the perfect position here. Fer just sitting on the other side. He goes to peek out this. Lucan should be catching him off, although that smoke is going to block off all vision. We're going to get control towards Arch here. They're going to be lurking around this, looking for any sort of opening. Has to go for a bit of a play here, but Lucan's going to catch the read. He catches him out, pushing that smoke. Now it's into the 2-on-4. 30 seconds left. That bomb has to be retrieved. They have to make a decision which bomb site they're going to give it their all in. It does look like it's going to be A. Lucan going to be going for an aggressive peek here, but Fallen's holding for it. Now open up this side. It's just David here left alone. He pushes out to try and take down Fallen, finds him, and the spray down onto both. David does it all, and they get a 7 for 8 half.
Yeah, they do really well played, held in towards the pit, but don't go anywhere. And we'll see whether 9Z can complete this comeback and take it to Imperial on their map pick. We'll see you in a few. back, everyone. We are here straight back into the action with this pistol. 9Z, a little bit of a resurgence on the latter stages of their CT side, looking to really take it to Imperial on their map pick, who looks so strong early on, but we're immediately going to have this double presence for apartments for 9Z, and that's actually where the bomb is going to lie. However, this crossfire set up by Imperial, it could really stop them in their tracks.
Yeah, it's rare to see the bomb make its way out so early into such an advanced position, particularly with just 2 players. This is a great crossfire from Imperial, a bit of an unconventional one with the 2 players towards short. FNX is going to get contact onto David, but falls back off it, back into this set default that they're holding here. So great line. It does drop the bomb as well. David was carrying it as he swung in, so now Rock's going to swing out. Vinny with the dualies takes him down. So now it's just the 3 players left. They do recover that bomb. All of the CTs have rotated over, so even though they're going to start wrapping through CT, well, they might catch a timing here and their Bolt has heard them. Let me try and take them down, but no, Max wins the duel. Now it makes things a bit weird. There are 3 players on the A site still. That bomb is going to be going towards B. First, the one that's going to be tested here. He's tucked in towards Ruins. Here's someone coming. Going to swing out, but not able to find the kill. Luca takes him down. That's going to be the bomb allowed to get into the site and planted, and we're now into the 3-on-3. Max has a chance here on the fall, and they're going to spot each other, going back and forth, but Max is the one that wins that duel. Now FNX and Vinny coming up through Banana. Vinny has the dualies, so he's got the weaponry to do the job, but does have to find their heads. FNX push up into an advanced position, going to push GGT off the angle and take him down. Lucan tucked in at the back, goes down to FNX as well. So now it's just Max left. The bomb is planted for him, but he goes down, and I think there's enough time. FNX on the defuse, so a great retake of Banana there from Imperial, and another pistol goes their way.
Yeah, really well played by them, considering how weird the round got. That fight between Max and Bolts over towards Library was so important for 9Z to allow them to get that bomb plant down. So it was well played by them. But I tell you what, that retake comes in. FNX is clinical with the shots, clearing out the difficult angles as well. One over towards Coffins and then spinning on a dime towards Quad. Really well played by the Imperial retake squad. And now, well, it's another pistol, as you just said. It might enable Imperial to get a little bit of a round buffer here. You see just so often in this series.
Yeah, Imperial have secured every single pistol round so far, which is quite the achievement. Juicy nade there, going to bring Rocks down low, and the spam from Bolts actually takes him all the way to the grave. Max going to push up aggressively here and takes down Bolts, although the Fur Molly takes down David, and the MP9 takes down Max. So it ends up being a 2-on-4 in the end. There's also a rotate coming over here, so even though Lucan is taking this advantage position, Fallen's already here to greet him, takes one down. GG manages to get the trade and find the second, so now he's in the 1-on-2. He'll get this bomb down as well, so there's a chance that he can put himself into a good post plant. These CTs have a long way to come from. They do have utility behind them. Ooh, spam. Almost in the right spot. This nade, this could be perfect. Ooh, it brings him down to just 27 HP. Playing this little angle here and swings out, gets the headshot, but it's not quite enough. The M4 does the job, and once again, another great retake from both FNX and Vinny.
Yes, the retake squad right now for Imperial. But 9Z, they've got to be just feeling encouraged with this display, right? It's really good that they're managing to secure bomb plant after bomb plant. It's only really going to help them going forward. It's really good to see. And that's got to be a worrying sign for Imperial if you think about it, because, look, they did fully invest in that. It was brought down just to 2 players, so the rebuys come out. The bank, it's not really established for Imperial. For 9Z, it's a similar story, but they are getting the bomb plants. They are weaving them in. There's a lot more opportunities for the Ts to make money over the CTs, and you can't constantly rely on your retaking prowess if you're Imperial. You've got to shut down the hit before it comes in.
Yeah, just going to be the half investment here from 9Z. Lucan does find the first kill onto Vinny, though. Open up the round advantage towards the T's here. Using the grenade to try and bounce it back towards him, but in fact it pushes it further away as that M4 gets pushed over towards Quad. Quad getting smoked off here, might give him an opportunity to push up. That smoke spam, not going to get anything. FNX standing out in the open, not even able to find a kill. Does bring down one player low, but not able to do anything, and these flashbangs are perfect. Fallen is able to find one. Spam, it's not getting any dividends at the moment. It's such an awkward engagement back and forth. No one coming out victorious. But Fair and Fallen, they've been brought lower and lower. And now Rox on this short angle, able to find the head of Fallen. Has the perfect position to play with this Tech 9. Max chiming in for one on Fair. Now it's just Bolts left. They're going to try and charge him down. Rock's going to go down in the process. And now Bolts, where the GGT might be here, does take him down. Barely any HP left on him. Just going to try and get out of here with this M4. The spam coming through, but he's able to dodge it. Able to evade it. And able to get the M4, but 9Z bouncing back here with the first gun round. Well, it was off the back of a half buy and they secured the plant.
I mean, Bolts, he can save onto this, but at what cost? Once again, 9Z are able to take over the bomb site, but this time they just eliminate all of the players and there's no potential for the retake to come in because there's simply too many of the 9Z team just completely swarming this bomb site. Imperial, they can't get a look in. They're going to have to just partially invest, or maybe it's going to be this double eco, so they will completely go for it. It will be a full buy coming in, but look at it. It's not the best in the world. A couple of M4s and just a Deagle, or even a USP on Fallen, and that's not what you want your AWP player to have.
The straw that breaks the camel's back here. A critical round here if 9Z are able to secure it. It will completely reset that CT economy. Max going to be playing up towards top mid. The flash is pretty good for FNX, but he doesn't actually spot anyone off the back of it. These T's are able to back off. Now they can re-aggress. Smoke going to be fading shortly towards long. FNX on the other side. David is going to try and phase through at this spam. It might catch him off. He's going to be reloading, in fact, in the open. David gets the freebie. That's one of these rifles removed. Now that bomb could be collected, and it looks like they're going to be going all the way to B side with it.
It's just going to rain in. Oh, and Luke, and that's a lovely headshot on towards Bolts. This CT smoke means that Fur is just going to be isolated completely away from the bomb site. His teammates are rotating in, but once again, the money is just not there from Imperial and 9Z. They're doing it once again, and David had the opportunity to make things go from bad to worse for Imperial. But with Max finding Fallen's head, the hunt, it's well and truly on. If 9Z take away these rifles from Imperial, it could be absolutely catastrophic for the CTs.
Yeah, and they're happy to hunt as well. What a blistering headshot there. Now it's just Fair and Vinny trying to hold on to these, but the T's doesn't look like they're going to push any further. Checking down the one player is enough, right? Because they can't really cleanly drop over. So it makes them have to question if they do go for the force onto the next round, or if they just opt to try and play around these two rifles. It's just going to be 2K in the bank for all of the players on the CT squad. Not really a lot of options here other than to maybe just play around these M4s. Try some antics with some pushes. It's going to be a Deagle dropped over as well. So there is an opportunity here, but it's going to be definitely not the best position to be in.
Yeah, it's not ideal if you're an Imperial fan right now, but for 9Z, a step in the right direction. Banana control looks to be established early with Luke getting so aggressive. No flashbangs or grenades, which means Fur can have a clean peek onto him and will just remove him from this round. He's actually going to go in for more aggression. This 3-man stack of B for Imperial, it doesn't even matter because 9Z can't get past the first hurdle. Re-flashing back into Banana. It's actually going to blind anyone except for Fur. But he will win out the fight, and now it's all on to DGT in this 1 versus 4.
Yeah, Fur does it all. Finds 4 kills in the end in Banana. Just that one M4 able to do it all, and that's what we're talking about. You know, you bring over these 2 rifles. If they can pull off individual heroics, I can steal back around, and there's not really anything DGT can do here. He might just look to do some damage as he lurks around towards apps. Otherwise, he'll probably be saving this. So, be looking like an 11th on the board for Imperial. Still enough money in the bank for 9Z to buy the next. Certainly not out of it yet, but a bit of fight back here. It could have been a bit worrying if it had gone to that 10-10 score line, but Imperial can still feel like they're in control. especially winning this one that they hadn't invested too much into. It's going to allow them to get a bit of money for follow-up rounds as well. So great response from Imperial. Great shooting from Fur, most importantly. Now they're going to be 2 rounds in the lead.
Yeah, they are, but it's once again 9-0. They just go for this quick banana play. It's immediately shut down. They're going for a contact peek to try and catch Imperial off guard, but Fur, he simply just says no, and that's a really important individual prowess round for him to win. And it's good, but Imperial, they still need to offer a little bit more for me. As you can see, first top in the scoreboard. The rest of the players, they are up there. They are still just fragging, but it's not to the same consistency. And I feel like 9Z, they're really just putting their mark down. They're really taking the fight to Imperial. And that's how they're winning these duels. Maybe just sprinkling a little bit of utility here and there. Because if you're going to give Fur a free fight on Banana every single time, he's going to take it with open arms.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all on the line here. It's just the one spot in that Dallas 2022 position. So just the one that all these 4 teams are fighting for. On the other stream, MIBR have won their first map against Cruzeiro. They're on Vertigo now, where it's actually looking like MIBR are in the passenger seat. Cruzeiro off to an 8-1 start there. That one's also looking like a close affair. We're going to be jumping back into this round now. That pause wrapping up. That full buy now on both squads. If they can kill this one, their money is going to be the one that's in the gutter. And Rox, oh, that smoke comes through at the last second, but he's down to 23 HP. That nade doesn't actually catch him. The second one, oh god, that brings down Luke and low. Now both these players already low without seeing anyone on the CT squad.
Yeah, that's sometimes just the nature of Banana. Imperial playing it so well here into round number 21. Just letting 9Z have the control and then just battling back with utility, dinking down these players so low. It's going to be such a good advantage for them potentially, but still got to evade the headshots. As 9Z looks to posture in towards top B. That flash is not actually going to blind Fur off the angle. Straight in. It's actually one of the players that was on 100 HP that falls, so still 9Z, they're walking wounded right now.
Yeah, Bananas, well, the B players have just not been working out for them. Fur has been an absolute thorn in their side, and I mean, even just staying alive there does everything, not to mention getting the kill. So great defense there on the B side. Told to rotate over to B, so there is an opportunity here where they can make their way into the A site while there's just 2 defenders. That rotate is going to come in fast. Fallen posted up with the AWP here is going to be the one that gets tested. That smoke coming in towards Moto is going to push him off. He's going to flash himself through. Player sitting. Oh, he's aware of this push from Max. In fact, catches him off guard with a shot close. FNX in pit, able to find one. Does get traded out in the end as well, though. So Lucan able to push forward, but the nade from Vinny takes him down. Now DGT with just 20 HP. 4 players on the enemy squad is going to be trying to scurry his way away. Oh, spot bolts. That's a risky play there, DGT, and it does not pan out for you. Now that money, as mentioned, completely reset. Just 2k in the pockets of each of these terrorists.
Yeah, Imperial look like they've reset as well. They're just going back to default, and they're just going back to allowing 9Z to make the mistakes. It was a utility damage at the first instance that was just not useful for 9Z to take, but it is one of the unfortunate things when you're in that position. And just reduced to these Glocks, the nades are going to do even more damage, but Vinny, he settles the score. Imperial looks like they're right on their way to getting the 13th, and Dust 2. Oh, it could be so close. Look at these grenades, Lucy.
Yeah, that was just grenades did all the damage then. The first one brings them down to half, and the second one finishes them off. You'd love to see it. Padding the utility damage stats this round. Vinny doing something similar in the first round, the first kill. So great stuff here from Imperial, looking super solid on their CT side. Now with a 4-round lead, just 3 rounds in it to take us to that decider on Dust 2. 9Z, they're really going to have to pull out something new on this T side because they've been struggling to find any headway into these rounds.
Yeah, it feels like sometimes the B pressure 9Z are applying just isn't enough. Oh, it looks to be a boost over towards the Logs position. Max can boost it up upon it. But Imperial, they're not ready to go into this. They're just waiting to hold. They're waiting for 9Z to aggress straight into Fallen's crosshair over at CT. If we look at the other side of the map as well, crossfire being established between balcony and short. But DGT could be the thorn in the side. But it doesn't matter. Oh, because once again, all the kills are initially favouring Imperial, but David, that's a lovely couple of headshots. The bomb, it has been spotted. And now DGT's got this opening.
Yeah, FNX though, taking him down now makes this really difficult for David to find a way in. These CTs, there's two towards A site at the moment. FNX he's aware of, but Vinny, I don't know if he'll be ready for this player at Arch. Playing such a passive line, just ready for David to walk in. David has to be ready to clear this, and he is, in fact, finds the kill into Vinny. Now just has to find FNX, and then he can make his way into it, but no, FNX takes him down. And that's a 14th for Imperial off the back of Fallen's AWP, opening it up on Banana.
It's a similar old story for 9Z. They get top Banana control, they then go for a peek into it off the back of a flash, but all tucked around the walls are Imperial and they can just swing on in. The combination comes into full effect. 9Z are eliminated at Banana and it really funnels their movements over towards this A bomb site. Imperial, they're just 2 rounds away now. They're doing such a good job. Once again, it's just going to be the partial investment for 9Z. And I feel like Dust 2, especially off the back of how much these grenades are doing time and time again, it's only a matter of time.
Imperial has the perfect reason when to take this aggression as well. That's going to be the bomb dropped by Fallen, although it is picked back up. Yeah, these players, such little HP. That aggression towards Banana, it's just completely opened it up. Now Max. He's going to drop in here. Might catch Bolts off, but no, the railing, it blocks the bullets. Bolts manages to find him, and David, despite having gotten all the way into Library, does get taken down pretty quickly. No players going down for the Imperial squad, and we are on map point. 6 rounds left to work with. And Imperial looking pretty eager to take us to Dust 2.
Yeah, they're doing really well. I mean, 9Z, they have mounted such a good defense, but swap the teams over, and Imperial are not letting them even have a sniff. So unfortunate for this roster, who were looking really good, and they did such a really good attempt to build their way back into it and make this contestable. Because remember, this was 7-1 to Imperial. That's a lovely shot from Lucan, but that grenade, oh, it's going to finish him off if it wasn't for Fur just dialing in the digit. 4. Fallen's already rotated and he spotted another player towards long. 4 versus 3. And Imperial, they're just 3 kills away. Make that 2 from taking us to Dust 2.
Yeah, Fallen looks like in his prime at the moment with the way he's wielding that AWP. Just darting around the map, finding the openings. And now Max is left with the impossible to do. 4 players to find, a minute to do it. Gets sprayed down by Vinny. And that's going to be Imperial taking their map pick.
It will be, so it's all to play for over on Dust 2. But so don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes to see which one of these 2 teams is going to come out on top.